Okay, now we need to move on though. So thanks again to that panel, and move on to actually a great friend of mine, Fadhlan from PETRONAS, who is going to do a case study. So with that, Fadhlan, over to you.
Good evening. I'm from the small state of Malacca in Malaysia. And I'd like to say good evening to you wherever you are, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy. I regret that I cannot be with you physically this evening due to the prevailing conditions that we are in right now. Just wanted to highlight to you that the industry of oil and gas and energy as a whole is undergoing a great reset. It is the right time for us to do more reflection on this unprecedented environment that we are living right now. Despite all the challenges that we're facing, PETRONAS is aligned to all of the oil majors all across the globe in being resilient due to the ongoing glut and the COVID-19 pandemic. The effects of both are stunning, defined by two animals, the black swan and the grey rhino. At the peak of this pandemic, we are experiencing a disappearance of 20 million barrels of oil per day. 80% of our workforce all across the globe are experiencing lockdowns. Because of that, the consumption has gone down to a free fall. Preserving the operational and reliability of our assets has been the key, as well as focusing on the safety and health of our manpower. We need to keep agile and go through and ride through these industry cycles in the crisis mode. PETRONAS' approach has always been to approach in a systemic and replicated response to technology deployment, replication, as well as commercialization. The fiscal strategies on technology is to focus on liquidity and banking on technology value creation to bring us cost savings, cash generations, as well as cost avoidance. The energy transition phase in our industry are experiencing right now, and we are committed to being resilient throughout this unprecedented crisis. So we bring to you IGAP, the innovation gateway at PETRONAS, our digital technology crowdsourcing platform for you. Let's move on to the next page. Now, IGAP is banking on the open innovation concept. It was created in July 2017 to facilitate the collaboration in the areas of technology and innovation for potential adoption and application in our assets. It's also aimed to accelerate the pace in the deployment and replication of technology solutions across our businesses in upstream, in downstream, and also in gas new energy. Can you move on to the next page, please? IGAP consists of two main sections. The first one is on the technology challenge, what we call the PETRONAS Technology Challenge. It is a crowdsourcing initiative to bring in new technology in the form of a technology competition. We run this competition on a periodic basis by giving an opportunity for the technology providers all across the globe to jointly develop the technology with us through this technology challenge. The winner will have a chance to not only deploy the technology in our asset, it will get replicated across multiple assets in PETRONAS, as well as have an opportunity to jointly develop the technology to enhance the technology for its suitability to different assets. The next section of IGAP is the technology marketplace. It is created to be a single submission point for all technology providers to bring forth the technology offering to PETRONAS. No longer there is a requirement for you to meet multiple staff across multiple areas, to meet with the staff that's working in Sudan, in Turkmenistan, in Iraq, as well as in Malaysia to showcase and demonstrate your technology. We have designed IGAP to be your single submission digital portal for you to register the company, submit the technology, get it centralized evaluation done, and get it into our IGAP technology catalog. Once you're in the IGAP technology catalog, we will pick it up and deploy it into multiple areas across PETRONAS. I will explain into detail about the technology challenge as well as the technology marketplace in IGAP. Let's move on to the next page. Now for the technology challenge, this is not our first rodeo. We've been doing this for quite a while now. We have published 11 technology challenges so far. The technology challenge describes in full the criteria and the parameters for you to participate in our challenge. It showcases, it highlights our business pain points, the things that is keeping us awake at night, the things that is affecting our bottom line and reducing our top line. These are the challenges that we put forth to you through IGAP under the banner of Technology Challenge. We have multiple winners so far. I can give you certain examples here. Nanofluid technology was piloted in Malacca Refinery, which is where I am right now. And with that, we managed to get and extract good oil from our sludge through this technology challenge. We also have deployed phonon diagnostic tool in Optimal in the east coast of Malaysia for us to detect and assess corrosion under insulation without removing the pipeline insulation. There is also a technology that is one called SumTech in technology number 7, technology challenge number 7, that's been piloted in our PETRONAS station in Jalan Selangor to provide a solution for a crack-resistant, liquid-proof dispenser tank for our PETRONAS stations. And the one that is most excited for me is the UT drone, the autonomous UT drone that we use for inspection for crude oil tanks at height. No longer that we need to send manpower in very high altitude in order to conduct inspection. We now have a solution through PETRONAS Technology Challenge to deploy UT drone at height. Let's move on to the next page, please. Now I want to show you an example. This is a winner based in Aberdeen. The company is called Sonomatics. They've entered our Tech Challenge number 2 on field inspection tool for composite overwrap repair. This is a pain point that we've described it in full in our Technology Challenge 2. And we found the winner from this company based in Aberdeen. And the solution is called Dynamic Response Spectroscopy, DRS, and Microwave Field Inspection Tool. It was a journey for us to find the right solution in order to inspect all of our 700 repair locations using composite overwrap repair. We didn't manage to find it in the traditional manner of talking to contractors, getting the solutions online, trying multiple solutions. So we approach in this manner through technology crowdsourcing. We run the challenge, we got the winner. Currently, we are deploying it in multiple assets across upstream, downstream, and gas and new energy. Can we move on to the next page, please? This is a technology that was developed locally. It's called nanofluid technology to address our Tech Challenge 3, the onshore hydrocarbon recovery from sludge. In many years before, I think since our establishment in 1974, we've been throwing away our sludge. Little that we know that we can actually extract value from the sludge. With this nanofluid technology, not only we can generate cash from the sludge by extracting good oil, we have reduced our time to conduct crude oil tank cleaning as well as refurbishments. We've cut down from 45 days to down to 10 days right now with this new challenge. That is the value that we've created from Technology Challenge 3. Let's move on to the next page. So now I move on to the technology marketplace. This is a marketplace that is made readily available to all technology providers all across the globe. It's an open marketplace. It doesn't have any specific deadlines or periods for you to enter. It is open for you to register, submit the technology, get it evaluated by our subject matter experts and group technical authority, and put it into our IGAP technology catalog. By having your presence in that catalog, you are visible to all 48,000 staff across PETRONAS. We use this catalog to refer to when we are looking for solutions to address our business pain points. This catalog right now is currently being populated, and we are opening up to all of you to submit your technology to have a chance to deploy your technology to PETRONAS, not only as a demonstration, but also replicated across multiple assets in PETRONAS. Let's move on to the next page. Expanding further from our IGAP technology catalog, we now have 247 technology approved. The total submissions so far is north of 800 technology products that have been submitted. Out of that, 247 has been approved and currently being deployed in multiple assets. When you are inside our IGAP technology catalog, we will pick it up. We will pick up 2 technologies per week to be showcased in our PETRONAS Innovation Webinar Series. We are conducting one this week, and we continuously to conduct this until the end of the year. You have now access to close to 350 audience from across PETRONAS operations all across the globe. With that, we will focus more to a targeted audience that will be suitable for your solutions. And with that also, we have a chance to be enrolled in our vendor development program under innovation and technology. So there are many benefits. When you're inside the IGAP catalog, you get a chance to engage with more than 300 people across PETRONAS, as well as moving on to focus conversation on how do we make the solution address the business pain points that the assets currently have. There may be some conversations on customization, but there will no longer be conversations on how do we get it approved, because the technology has already been approved and it's been parked in our technology catalog. So the conversations will be very positive in terms of making it suitable for the right assets. Let's move on to the next page. I want to show you some examples of some international companies that have registered with PETRONAS IGAP, submit their technologies, get it approved, and being deployed and replicated. To Stabilize is a technology coming from Norway. It reduces wave-induced damage, easy to install, one size fits all, and there's no maintenance required for at least the next 20 years. So we like this solution. We asked To Stabilize to register this technology in IGAP back in early 2018. It was then approved and deployed in 5 locations in 2018, 7 locations in 2019, and at the heat of the pandemic in 2020, we continuously deploy this technology in 5 other locations, 5 different offshore platforms here in Malaysia. So not only will you get to deploy once, you get to do a replication program. And now we're moving into making it into a campaign to deploy To Stabilize across multiple assets in offshore platforms. Let's move on to the next page. Now, this may be of relevance to this future oil and gas virtual conference. A solution coming from Australia called VRock AI was first deployed, registered in IGAP, deployed in 2018 in one of our offshore platforms. It went on being replicated in 2020 in another offshore platform. In 2021 to 2025, we have a program for VRock AI to deploy in 50 different offshore platforms across Malaysia. So it just went sporadically all over the place because of the value that it brings. It is 2,000 times faster, and it is the right digital solutions for us to use across our platforms. Let's move on to the next page, please. This is an ingrown technology from a company called Ice Solutions. The solution is dry ice convection cleaning system. The pattern is on the nozzle itself. The nozzle is being able to address our issues on cleaning up heat exchangers through all these small crevices. We have deployed this technology in 2018, replicated again in 2019 and 2020. We are going in full force campaign to deploy this technology across multiple heat exchangers, not only in downstream, but also in offshore platforms. This company is a recipient for our vendor development program, innovation and technology. Let's move on to the next page, please. The next one. The next one, please. Okay, we're moving on to the last page. The next one. Yeah, so this is the final message I want to share with you. We want your solutions. PETRONAS is really geared up in looking for solutions through IGAP. You can enter through Technology Challenge or through Technology Marketplace. All this is made available to you in our portal, and I will share with you in the next page on how do you find this IGAP portal. Let's move on to the next page. So it's called Innovation Gateway at PETRONAS or IGAP. You can scan the QR code here and go to our website and immediately register yourself and submit your technology. We look forward to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fadhlan, and always, as ever, incredibly interesting range of technologies that you are really applying. And of course, for all those companies that are interested in working with PETRONAS, Fadhlan is one of those key people to talk to and to register on his system. So fortunately, we don't have time for Q&A because we're going to try and stay on track. But Fadhlan, thank you again. And just a reminder to everybody listening in, you can follow up with Fadhlan directly through the chat box, through the messaging system, or just follow up with him directly through his website.